Dear students, welcome back to chemistry class. Today we learn about modern periodic table. We know that the number of protons present in the nucleus of an atom of a particular element is called the atomic number of that element. Henry Moseley found that atomic number is a better property of elements compared to atomic mass. So, modern periodic table is based on atomic number. We have studied that atomic number is a better fundamental property of elements compared to atomic mass. This led to the modern periodic law. Modern periodic law states that physical and chemical properties of elements are a periodic function of their atomic numbers. Physical and chemical properties of elements are the periodic function of their atomic number. If elements are arranged in order of their increasing atomic number, those with similar properties are repeated after regular intervals. This is known as the modern periodic law. Here we have the explanations for anomalies in Mendeleev's classification of elements. Position of isotopes. Since all isotopes of an element have the same number of protons, their atomic number is also the same. And since all isotopes of an element have the same atomic number, they can be put at the same position in the periodic table. Mendeleev classified the elements according to their increasing atomic mass. So he was not able to find a position for isotopes. Then second one, Mendeleev could not explain the anomalous pairs of elements. Here the explanation is the atomic number of argon is 18 and its mass number is 40, while the atomic number of potassium is 19 and its mass number is 39. In Mendeleev's periodic table, argon with atomic mass 40 precedes potassium with atomic mass 39.1. Now, according to the modern periodic law, elements are arranged in increasing order of their atomic number. So, argon with its lower atomic number should come first and potassium with its higher atomic number should come later. The atomic number of argon is 18 and that of potassium is 19. In a similar way, the position of cobalt and nickel are also justified. Now let us study the modern periodic table. Modern periodic table is based on the atomic number. When elements are arranged according to increasing atomic number, those having an equal number of valence electrons occur at regular intervals. Valence electrons are the electrons present in the valence shell or the outermost shell. When elements are arranged according to the increasing atomic number, those having an equal number of valence electrons occur at regular intervals. Properties that repeat at regular intervals or in which there is a gradual variation, that is, increase or decrease at regular intervals, are called periodic properties, and the phenomenon is known as periodicity of elements. Cause of periodicity is recurrence of similar electronic configuration. It means that elements with similar electronic configuration or elements with same number of valence electrons show same chemical properties. Let us see the salient features of the modern periodic table. In the modern periodic table, the elements are arranged in vertical columns and horizontal rows. Vertical columns in the periodic table are called groups. Vertical columns in the periodic table are known as groups. The modern periodic table has 18 vertical columns or 18 groups. In the modern periodic table, you can see 18 vertical columns. comprising of groups 1 to 8 and 0. Groups 1 to 7 are divided into subgroups, thereby making a total of 18 groups. Horizontal rows in the periodic table are called periods, and in the modern periodic table there are 7 periods. So, in the modern periodic table, elements are arranged in vertical columns called groups and horizontal rows known as periods. There are 18 groups and 7 periods in the modern periodic table. Here is the modern periodic table. In this modern periodic table, it has 18 vertical columns called groups. The groups 1 to 7 are divided into subgroups, thereby making a total of 18 groups. You can see here, groups are shown here 1, 2, then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Here we have 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 and 18. These are the vertical columns, and these vertical columns are known as groups. Elements of subgroup A, that is of 1A, then 2A, 3A, 4A, 5A, 6A and 7A, that is group number 1, 2, then 13, 14, 15, 16 and 17. 1, 2, 13, 14, 15, 16 and 17 are known as main group elements or representative elements or the normal elements. Elements of group number 3 to 12. You can see here 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. These are known as transition elements. Elements of group number 3 to 12. These are known as transition elements. Then we have group number 18. Group number 18 is known as zero group elements. Group number 18 is known as zero group elements or inert gases or noble gases. Why they are known as zero group elements? Because they do not react with other elements since they have stable electronic configuration. Except helium, all others have 8 electrons in their valence shell, which means they are stable. If an atom has 8 electrons in the valence shell, it is stable. Helium has only 2 electrons. It also is stable. Helium has duplet configuration and the other inert gases have octet configuration. Then we can see horizontal rows. Horizontal rows are known as periods. You can see 7 periods here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 periods are there. Elements with electrons increasing arithmetically in their outermost shell, one by one, till an octet is attained, are placed in the same period. The last element of each period has 8 electrons except the first period. The first period contains only 2 elements. It is the shortest period. You can see the first period. It has only 2 elements. Which are the elements? Hydrogen and helium. So, first period is the shortest period with only 2 elements. The second and third periods contain 8 elements. In the second, atomic number 3 to 10 in the second and atomic number 11 to 18 in the third period. These are short periods. So, in second periods, you can see atomic number 3 to 10, 88 elements. Then in the third period, atomic number 11 to 18, which also contains 8 elements. The fourth and fifth periods contain 18 elements each. Atomic number 19 to 36 in the fourth and atomic number 37 to 54 in the fifth period. The sixth period contains 32 elements. Atomic number 55 to 86. It is the longest period. Let us see the sixth period. atomic number 56. Not 56, 55 to 86. You can see here atomic number 55, which is cesium. 55 to atomic number 86. See, this is the longest period, and you can see while you go through the sixth period, you can see atomic number 55, 56, 57. After that, it is written 72. Now, at the bottom of the periodic table, you can see the continuation of the sixth period, atomic number 58 to 71. Atomic number 58 to 71 is placed at the bottom of the periodic table. This also includes in the sixth period. Then, seventh period contains 32 elements, atomic number 87 to 118. So far, 118 elements have been discovered. Let us see seventh period starting from atomic number 87 to 118, oganesson. Element is oganesson. Number 87 is francium. Here also you can see after 89, the atomic number 104, the element with 104 is placed here. Then the atomic number 90, 203 is placed at the bottom of the periodic table. So 90 thorium is placed at 92, 103 is placed at the bottom of the periodic table. These elements are also in the seventh period. It is also the longest period. Okay, now why these elements are placed at the bottom of the periodic table? These elements are known as, you can see here, period 6 elements are called lanthanide series, that is atomic number 58 to 71 are called lanthanides, and in the 7th period atomic number 90 to 103 are known as actinide series. Now lanthanides and actinides have similar properties because they belong to the same group, that is 3B. They belong to the same group 3B. So they have the same properties, but they are shown at the bottom of the periodic table because if we place these elements here in the main body of the periodic table, it will distort the shape of the periodic table. That is why these lanthanides and actinides are placed at the bottom of the periodic table. Let us study the merits of the modern periodic table. It is based on atomic number, as already said, which is a better fundamental property compared to atomic mass. Position of an element in the table is related to its electronic configuration. It shows regular changes in properties of elements in moving across a period or down a group. Modern periodic table is easier to remember, understand and reproduce. Let us see the defects of the modern periodic table. Position of hydrogen is still not satisfactory as its properties relate to both group 1 and group 17. So hydrogen shows properties relate to both group 1 elements and group 17 elements. That means in some chemical reactions it behaves like metals and in some chemical reactions it behaves like non-metals. It becomes a positive ion and it becomes a negative ion. In some cases, in some chemical reactions, hydrogen forms positive ion and in some chemical reactions it forms negative ion. So its position is still not satisfactory. Then It fails to accommodate the inner transition elements, that is the lanthanides and the actinides, into the main body of the periodic table. I told you that lanthanides and actinides, they have similar properties because they belong to the same group, that is group 3rd B. But they are shown at the bottom of the periodic table because they are large in number, and showing them in the main body of the periodic table will distort the shape of the periodic table. So, it cannot accommodate, the modern periodic table cannot accommodate the inner transition elements, namely lanthanides and actinides, into the main body of the periodic table. They are placed at the bottom of the periodic table. Today we learnt about modern periodic table. It's time to wind up. Thank you.